Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Fairmont High School for the Belgotex Fairmont Hockey Tournament. Live here, first day's worth of action, and we got Springfield in the light sky blue, the baby blue, versus York in the blocks, as the guys' coach Jason Slater called it. Welcome to everybody at home, and with me in co-commentary is Olu. Welcome, Olu. Nice to see you.
Good to be here, Bryn. Lovely day. Pretty warm for hockey, but looks like they're getting on with it nicely so long.
Yeah, so it's come to my attention, both sides haven't played too much hockey this year, so it's nice to see them both back. And we get straight into this game. York did play this morning. It's Springfield's first game of the day. Quick free hit taken by Springfield. Jade Veloza just with an early swing and miss.
Cool. Off to a bit of a furious start here. First 5 minutes will be quite interesting. See who assert their dominance early on.
Ball's got to move.
Megan Bendenen just judged to have gone in a little bit rashly with the challenge there.
And step through. Okay. Slow down, Bell. Let's get structured.
Having just arrived this afternoon, what's the hockey been like so far this Bryn?
It's certainly been a stink of a day weather-wise, so it's been a little bit tough to keep tempo in the game, but I think both teams in every game to date has shown themselves to defend pretty hard and put a lot of pressure on the ball. It'll just be about keeping the players a little bit closer together, not trying to tie themselves out with too much long play. The goals, couple of games to date, there's been goals aplenty, which is exciting for the rest of this tournament, and I've no doubt that Springfield and York will look to get their names on the goal sheet a good couple of times, hoping for something like a 3-2 humdinger over here.
Well, those are always fun. A little topsy-turvy, lots of goals, lots of exciting front foot hockey.
And a direct ball there from York, but judged to have been dangerous. Ollie, you played against Springfield earlier in the year, and you obviously know a lot of their team quite well. Any players of reference or styles that you might expect them to play?
What you might pick up on is something that Ziad's quite a big fan of, is playing with three at the back. It'll be interesting to see how they advance their outside halves, if they advance their outside halves. But they typically enjoy moving the ball around quite a bit. We call typical southern suburbs hockey, keeping the ball ticking, and trying to keep possession of the ball. So it'll be quite interesting to see if they're capable of doing that, and particularly in this heat will be quite beneficial to them.
All the way.
Kate Opperman with the interception, passes it to Jody Hall, gives it back to Opperman. Good tackle there by Isabella Cohn.
Effective exiting, please.
And the goal scored by Jess Carter. Great interplay there by Springfield. Inside, outside. Carter gets the ball in front of the goalie, has a little pirouette spin into the back of the net. Sometimes that easy, Olu.
Can be, yep. I often say to my girls that we sometimes complicate what can be a very, very simple sport, and we have a great example of it being shown there. Really simple, keeping the ball moving and getting bodies into the circle and into the right areas. We've got York on the turnover here. York will be interested in getting straight back into this one. They have an opportunity up here. Got into the circle. Good resolute defending by Springfield.
Be clever, let's be clever. Go, Kila, header.
It'll be interesting to see what sort of zones York are trying to turn the ball over.
Bring him across.
Look like they've set themselves up to press with 2 up top.
That's him through. Too easy, guys, too easy. Ball's got to move.
Early on in the piece, Brendan, you've already seen quite a few double turnovers, which must be quite frustrating as a coach. This is something that you try to emphasize, is to make sure once you've won the ball, to look at an opportunity here. It's a long corner for York. So you emphasize trying to make sure that once you've turned the ball over from the opposition, you're trying to hold on to it for long and protect it.
Yeah, they do say the double turnover is the death of hockey, and you never want to be the team losing the ball on the second turnover. If you are going to lose it, you lose it on the first time, and then you win it back for the double turnover. But yeah, I think both teams just sort of sussing each other out for the moment, and slowly but surely I think they'll get into it. Annabelle Carrier already seeming pretty confident on the ball at centre back for Springfield. Just an obstruction called there against Zolani Mafuta, but she's had a good one tackle already. Lifted ball off one of the Springfield players' sticks. Right hand side, baseline entry yet again.
Bren, you've been involved you were involved with Springfield for quite a while. Just in the early stages of this game, would you say there are any massive changes in terms of the style that is being played now and the style that you sort of tried to implement when you were at the school?
Jeez, I think it's a big question to pose it there, but I think obviously everything is cyclical and things change, and so yeah, I don't know. I think this Springfield culture will always be one of producing a quality human being and one that's quite self-aware. Seems like this group of girls seems quite intelligent and are team orientated. So I think certainly from those perspectives, it's always going to remain the same. But obviously, as you know, with any team sports, particularly in schools, you only got them for a while. So it's a brand new bunch here. I think I only can really recognize about half the team really well. So yeah, still also coming to grips with the current way that the team is shaping, but lovely to see a couple of old faces again.
Closer. Play.
Well read there by Jade Macmillan. Just looks to go forward right away, which isn't always the worst thing, but possibly could have just held the ball a little bit longer, gathered her focus, and then played the pass. Carrier on the ball now to one of her great friends, Veloza. Here's Mafuta looking up. Great line ball. 50-meter pass.
Composure.
York's just taken that too quickly for the umpire's liking. It's giving Springfield the opportunity to set up again.
They're looking really forward, particularly to the second half of this game, where I think with the sun going down, the temperature dropping, it might even be first bits of dew. Probably not, but I'm being optimistic. Could see a lot more tempo in the game, and that's nothing against the goals. That's just the conditions that are at play. At least a nice little win in action at the moment. But hopefully Springfield could get themselves another goal and look to threaten that scoreboard. Well won there by I think that's Kira Gainsford. I could be wrong. She's won the ball well. Just unfortunate double turnover again.
The trophy's on.
It's a great ball down the line. See if she can keep this in play. Oh, unlucky. Just ran out of a little bit of pitch there. So 16 yard hit to Springfield. They look to make that midfield connection straight away.
Yeah, Meg at Bendeman there, probably taking the wrong option. Had way more time than she thought. She had positioned herself brilliantly with between the lines of the press there. And could have actually have carried forward to play any pass she wanted. But Bendeman tidies up again. The goal scorer, Carter, on the ball now.
Come JD, come JD. Bella, check your man, please. Jade, ball must move, ball must move. JD, out of contact.
Jodie Auburn there, just getting the instruction from Coach MJ Mayer regarding just a couple of the options that she has at her disposal. For Lozita, Bendenan.
Time. Play. Time. Play. Whistle.
Umpire allowing good advantage here as the ball is about to enter the circle.
Options. Movement. Sharpness. He's standing slow.
Good patience and a good turnover by Springfield. They look to get on the counter straight away.
Out.
Entering into the last minute of the first quarter. Score still 1-0 to Springfield. And as you can see, the tempo of the game are really slowing down quite a bit.
Play management now. Yes,
Looks like both teams are just happy to see it through and get to that first quarter break. Oh, and a turnover. And Springfield look to hit as at the end of this first quarter.
We gotta work.
Would have loved to have seen Springfield attack with gusto there in the 3 versus 3, but taking a little bit too much time and allowing Fairmont to regather.
Ball has to move.
5 seconds.
That's the end of the first chukker, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0 to Springfield over York. Olu, anything you've taken out of the game to date?
At this stage, it's been nice to see the girls settle into something of a rhythm as that chukker went on. Started off a bit patchy, and as we said at the beginning, we can see that the girls haven't played much hockey this year, so it'll take a while to get into their groove properly. But yeah, seems to have settled down quite a bit now, and they're starting to move the ball around really nicely, which should bode well as the game goes on, and hopefully it continues.
The 3 strikers, all 3 strikers come off. Asha, Bia, and Megan come off. Yeah, come through.
Yeah!
Time started at the start of the second chukker. Very important for York to settle in very quickly and see if they can get themselves back into the game. But they've been turned over by Springfield straight away. And equally, Springfield will be looking to double their lead as early as possible.
Tackle, yeah, good work.
Our ball, Springfield, Gates, our ball. Run the Gates.
Bella, be away.
Forward, forward. Just run it.
Elena off.
Springfield taking that quickly, looking to get a circle entry as quickly as possible.
And play it, Keela, you've got it, play it.
I'll do it, Rachel, I'll do it. Get back! Alice, get close.
And off.
Come on, let's run the please. Big and forward.
Gaps, you've got to come down. Gappy, you've got to come down.
A lot of hockey being played down Springfield's left-hand channel early on in the second quarter.
Lift the ball inside, right up
And step.
Like you said earlier, Bren, just a little bit of urgency lacking in these areas where you've got the opportunities to get the ball into this goal-scoring circle and create massive chances for yourself, and it's just taking a second or two too long to get in there.
Yeah, it's never the easiest time of day to play, but in the same breath, the 2 o'clock game here was at least 3 to 4 temperatures hotter. So I think both sides could try to get a little bit more of a jump into the game, try to keep the ball when they win it, and I think the team that just plays with a little bit more width here straight away will get so much more purchase out of this. I think that's clear to see. But here goes York now through Jade van der Venter. Still going. York have definitely had a good couple of chances down that right-hand side. So I think if they can get 1 or 2 strong ball carriers there, they'll definitely get a couple of baseline entries. And then from there, it's all about the correct positioning on the P-spots and 90-degree and far post.
Jody, available, please.
And Opperman, industrious as always. Beninen looking for Veloza.
Check your man, Val.
What a slap there by Veloza. A little bit too hard possibly, just for Chelsea de Klerk. Chelsea de Klerk loves the overlap, so we'll be looking for some of those balls again as the game progresses.
Yeah, and straight away you can see as soon as the ball's being switched from the left to the right hand side, there's loads of space, and Chelsea can exploit that space with a slightly more accurate pass the next time.
Thank you.
Penalty corner to York. They'll be looking to make this count very quickly, get themselves back in the game.
Springfield have the luxury of 2 goalkeepers, so between Georgia Easterbrook and it is Kate Boys, they've got 2 goalkeepers for this tournament, and they're obviously switching between the 2. So I think Boys started in the first chukker, and I see Easterbrook now in goal for the second. So let's see how Georgia Easterbrook fares with York setting up one castle. Outside the 5 means the ball can lift, but they've had this shot now, it can lift no matter what. And saved by Jody Hoare. Can Springfield launch the counter here? Rachel Milne. Inside, outside. Great handwork.
Just hold that shit, no fly. Good tackle, goal.
Yeah, York have done well to to stop that counter attack happening. And potentially Springfield could have got numbers high up the pitch a little earlier. But they've still got the opportunity now. They roll that ball.
Slow down.
Isabella Cohn yet again cleaning up shop at left side defence.
Cross. Eyes up, it can come back. You can come back. And another one. Yes. Good play.
Great fake space given there by Springfield. Won by Hall.
No foul. No foul. No foul.
Passing at the left foot.
Offside.
And well kept in by Carter.
Get them back.
And York keeping it alive as well. A little bit scrappy at the moment, so the first side that can really just keep the stick on the ball will make it, probably make all the running here.
Back you come.
Would love to see Elena Jonker getting on the ball more for York. Right-sided player. Hasn't had too much just yet, but every time she's got it, she's proved industrious.
Yeah, been very effective down that right-hand side. The biggest threat is coming from that right-hand side, and as we say that, they've been turned over.
Of course, commentators cursed, and it was Jonker of all people. So, of course, what do we know? We must be wrong. And again, so geez, we are dead wrong.
We have no idea what we're talking about.
But here we go. York have the ball. Can they take it quickly?
Hello, play. Thank you.
Nice early direct ball, and again the threat coming from that right-hand side for York. A great ball into the circle and a great pickup as well. Very important to maximise these opportunities once you've gotten them.
Numbers, Joe. Play.
Jodie Orban doing well to turn that ball over in the previous phase of play. Great advantage being played by the umpire, and a great save by Georgia.
Just the possible great first skill by the York player, Jonker, but looking for the shot near post when I'm pretty certain that the better option might have been a crossfield ball to an unmarked forward. But they're starting to fashion chances, and that's all that matters here. It's about how Springfield can react accordingly.
Yeah, absolutely. We always speak about percentages when you're getting into those areas. And you want to make sure that you're taking your highest percentage chance in there, and that probably wasn't the near post option. That being said, it was a great save. Good confident save from Georgia, who's just come in. Never easy coming on as a goalkeeper in the middle of a game and getting up to terms and getting up to grips with the pace of it.
And ball has to move, Jody. Ball has to move.
Yes, higher.
Hard work back. Good tackle, Akila. Okay, hold your man, please. Yeah, down. Jody, ball carrier, we spoke about it. And release, Ash. Asher up, move. Bella, eyes up behind you. Play, that's fine. Okay, dude.
Pick up. Another right side attack from York. They've really fancied that side of the field to attack from. Haven't really seen too much happening down their left hand side. Seems to be an obvious plan from the York coaching staff to make sure that they're utilising their strength and playing down that right hand side. It's a great ball from Jade Velosa.
Gnocchi. Eyes up. Strikers. Asher, you're going forward. Gnocchi. Katie, down.
And well retained there by Springfield. Veloza to Carrier.
Yeah, sweet racing, ladies. Take it back. Take it back.
Rachel Mill adjudged to him not being 5 meters away from the free hit there, so another free hit to York.
Easy, Katie. Tackle, Jody. Play, take it back, take it back.
Yeah, I think Springfield here are riding their luck with not being 5. That's probably the third one now. So I think the umpire's being really kind, and certainly something that them and Ziad Ishmael will probably have a chat about at half time.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to take too many chances there because you will give away the upgrade, you will give away cards. And the last thing you want in this heat is to play with the player down. As we see a penalty corner for York. Let's see if they can make this one count.
Set up, defense.
Seem to have received a message from the coach, and let's hope they can execute.
Yeah, call it early, Olu. What do you think's happening here with this double castle setup? Who's it going to?
I'm going to call a zigzag here off the first castle.
Back to Pusher. Just unfortunately too wide. Probably not as on as they expected it to be with the wide third wave. But regardless, they will now have more intel on what they can do next time.
Yeah, and there's that space that we spoke about down this right-hand side. Well defended once again by Isabella Cohn, who's been a rock on this left-hand side for York.
Half time, ladies and gentlemen, 1-0. Close one here at Fairmont High School in the girls section of the Belgotex Fairmont hockey tournament. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in today. It's been a great first day here with goals aplenty. Any ideas that you would be giving your teams? Pick one team, Olu, and give us some insight that you would be giving them now.
Yeah, look, I think if I was Springfield, I'd be talking about just that ruthlessness and that slight change of tempo and aggression when we get into that final third, into that attacking third. I think Springfield's managed the game really well up to now, and especially with York growing into it and getting better as time's gone on. But I think it's just been a case of maximising opportunities, potentially on both sides. But in particular to Springfield, who probably could have been a little bit more ruthless early on in the first and the second quarter. So yeah, I think it's about being ruthless and being more clinical when you get into those attacking spaces.
Well, catch us in 3 to 5 minutes time for the second half, ladies and gentlemen, for what will definitely be a blockbuster second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to day one at this fantastic facility at Fairmont High School for the Belgotex Fairmont Hockey Tournament. We welcome you here today. Springfield on the ball at the moment, playing from right to left in the sky blue kit versus York in their well-known checkered blocks. What have you made of that first half, Olu, and how do you see this game progressing?
Yeah, good first half. I thought Springfield got a nice early goal. I was hoping to see a few more, but hopefully the second half will bring more goals. But I thought it was a really good first half. It seems the girls have come to grips with the surface and the heat, and it's starting to cool down a little bit now. So, like we said a bit earlier, we might see a slight change in tempo and a slight increase in tempo as the game wears on. Yeah, but I think what's really key is I think the next goal is going to be very important in this game.
Back yourself, baseline!
Caitlin driving down the right hand side for York and earning them a free hit just outside the circle. Umpire quite precise about where she wants the hit to be taken.
Elena, hands. Jade, you got a job? Good tackle. Composure, Jojo. Shift across.
Umpiring has been of a good standard as well. Which is always nice to see. It's very comforting for the players when they can trust the umpires and the decisions that they're making. Opportunity for York. And they've earned themselves a penalty corner. A bright start by York in the second half.
I think you've said that perfectly. A bright starter. They really have come out with the bit between their teeth. They're attacking with vigor, and they're just looking quicker. It's just so simple sometimes. Just a little bit more tempo, more difficult to play against, and they've managed to get themselves a penalty corner. And can they fix what they've seen in the first half and put their names on the score sheet?
Yeah, it's their third penalty corner now. They'll be hoping from a percentage perspective that they convert one of these.
That's fine, Meg.
Just a miscue of the hit off the top there. And Springfield take it quickly, looking to exploit and take advantage of numbers high up the pitch. Catch roll the ball.
Great pass in motion by Kate Opperman.
And a brilliant second goal. An excellent counter-attacking goal from Springfield. That's the energy and determination and aggression we were speaking about in those areas that lacked a little bit in that first half. And they've managed to convert early from a great counter-attack.
Yeah, I thought Taylor Schroeter had got her lines right and just wasn't assertive enough. But they say counter-attacks are a massive part of goal-scoring charts at the moment, and they certainly proved that there. But here comes that carry yet again from Elena Jonker, and she's gone 60 meters. She's pretty much gone the distance of the field. Now, I just wish we can see on the ball a bit more, because she's devastating. But what a counter by Springfield. And 4 passes later, Opperman receiving across the body, playing in boys, and the final touch there by Gainsford, who scores the goal.
Yeah, as you speak about that pass from Kate Opperman was critical, because it split the lines and split the two defenders that were sitting at the back to protect that counter attack and open up all the space for the final pass.
Cross, Miggy! Ready, quicker, please. Ready on wall.
Mega bending in there, trying to go a little bit too direct, possibly maybe a wider pass just to Zolani. Mafuta on the overlap.
Good touch. Oh, that's unfortunate. Katie, that's a good tackle.
Clever little piece of play there by Mafuta.
Got it cut across.
Drawing the foul
Quick working
from
centre backs. Hold.
the York forward. Looked to have been Caitlin Callahan.
And step. You working, Jady? Across, Jade. Okay, man marking in the lead, please. Take him down.
Crucial now for York to ensure that they don't concede another. Otherwise, it's going to be quite a tough climb for them to get back into this one.
Release. Where you must go, Kate. Where you must go.
Caitlin Callahan, what speed, my goodness. And winning the PC, persistence pays off. She didn't look like she was near that ball. Olive, she put on the afterburners and she's won them a penalty corner.
Yeah, and that's sometimes what makes the difference, is that person was prepared to put in that extra little bit. And like you said, she didn't look like she had a hope at a certain stage, and all of it, and she made it quite comfortably to win them a penalty corner. That penalty corner count is mounting up quite quickly now, and sooner rather than later they really will be hoping to convert one of these. Let's have a prediction on your side, Bryn. What are you thinking here?
I'm very, very pro them playing Jonker, so I think Jonker's going to take it, and looking at her body position, she's going to probably slip the ball, and from there, who knows? Oh no, scoop push,
Play.
picked up
Keep playing,
by
guys.
Keela
Keep playing.
Issa, and has the shot, and well saved by Annabelle Carrier, who then clears wide.
Hands is fine, taking go. Hands is fine. Yes. Unlucky leg.
So important at penalty corner time that the initial two steps are accurately delivered with regards to the injection and the trap.
Numbers down.
Because that's where it all comes from, really. If you don't get that phase right, then
Step through.
it's not very often that you're going to score many.
And another goal for Gainsford. She evidently knows where to stand in the circle. She's scored her second of the game now, and always waiting on the rebound zone. Expert finish, stick on ball, no time to lift the stick, and slots it into the bottom left corner.
Yeah, well said, Bryn. I was just about to say that. Striker's instinct. Always in the right place at the right time. Green card that's been issued there.
Hold your run.
Is that to Jess Carter?
Yeah, Jess Carter just sent to the sin bin for a couple of minutes. Great overhead, but Jade Veloza so calm, and what a pick.
As calm as you like. Get them on the front foot straight after that trap. I was fortunate enough to have Jade in my Western Province under 18B side over the last weekend. Looks like she's just continued from where she's left off.
Play.
Just a little bit of indecision about where the ball start is in these higher parts of the field. Certainly it's pretty critical because defensive lines need to be set up, and subtle changes, even of 30 centimeters, can be huge. I know some umpires believe 1 centimeter is even big, so it's important that it's on the mark.
Yeah, very important, in particular in those areas.
Really enjoying the technical aspect from Springfield at the moment of staying on their forehand, and the moment they've stayed forehand, They've really always had options available, and they've opened up passing lines from teammate to teammate. So Springfield definitely being a little bit more clinical in their technical department. See lots of subs. I've just seen over 5 subs, and that's what top level hockey is all about. Interchanges are plenty, keeping the tempo up. Another left foot pass, and no surprise why Springfield have another good attack.
Yeah, 2 minutes left to go in this quarter, and ultimately it's gone down to the team that's taken their chances. I think on the balance of play, both sides have been relatively evenly matched with some good opportunities to score, and it's just gone down to who's taken their chances.
What's up?
I think York will do well to get the ball down this right-hand side. It's been their biggest area of threats so far. And they just seem to be stuck down that left-hand side at the moment.
Step through.
1 minute left here in this third chukker. York still fighting valiantly, trying to see what they can make. And I think it needs to be noted that they started the second half really well, and a couple of right-sided entries, and if they can just make the most of 1 or 2 of those final moments, they'll set themselves up to get their names on the score sheet, no doubt. And here goes Jonker yet again.
All's got to move. Stay.
Picked up by Callahan.
That's a great tackle, Azolani.
Thank you.
Classic case of waiting for the ball to come to you there, Bamkira. Having the ball picked off her.
Ball's got to go. Lift the ball, please, lady. Ready one. Lane out. Lady. Out. J3.
York just seeing out this quarter.
Easy passes. Connect first. Let's go.
And that's the end of the third one. One more quarter to go. Brins, what did you make of that third quarter?
I think that's the fine margins of these sort of games. We go into the halftime break of a 1-0, and York started stronger, there's no doubt. They created 2 good opportunities. They didn't capitalize on either. Springfield then turned it on its head from a penalty corner, score 2 to the good. The whole balance of the game changes. Pendulum swings the other way, and from that moment on, Springfield have absolutely dominated the remainder of the third chukker. Got themselves another goal, and to be brutal at the moment, it does feel a little bit one way. Springfield's starting to completely take hold of this game. I'd love to see York not throw the kitchen sink in and try get themselves at least 1 goal here. For Springfield, I think they've just been a hang of a lot more confident to pass the simplistic pass, play against the left foot, and from there on, the forwards have done the rest of the work. Any players that have really stood out for you today, Tolu?
I've been really impressed with Jade Veloso controlling and dictating things in the middle of the park for Springfield. I think we've also seen some exceptional ball carrying from Jonker from the York side. And like we said a little bit earlier, it would be very beneficial to York to get her on the ball as much as possible and utilise their right-hand side for their attack.
And we're live back here at the fabled Fairmont Hockey AstroTurf. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move into this final chapter now of blockbuster action between the two sides in blue. 3-0 currently to Springfield over York. Looking forward to appetizing final 12.5 minutes. Carry on the ball. Fortuitous touch to Carter.
Yeah, Bryn, you did ask for a 3-2 game, and I think if the game went to 3-2 in this last quarter, we're going to have an exciting finish.
Jeez, what a cracker-jacker that would be. Well intercepted. York going on the counter.
Come guys, strikers, we've got to work. Got that, Katie? You've got that? No foul. No foul. Just fine. Just fine. Just fine.
Veloza with the under the shoulder slap. Brilliant. So deceptive. It fooled her own teammate Kate Opperman.
Yeah, I think Jade's been great. She's quite just make sure that she's doing the simple things correctly.
Caitlin, hold. Caitlin, hold. Shift across. 20. Kate, just ask the foot was inside the D. Doesn't matter. Shift, Caitlin, shift with.
Turnover high.
Just hold. Unlucky, JD. Gappy, come. Just hold, Mackie. Counter. JD, easy passes. Easy passes. Jade, sit up.
Early goal from York would be very key to getting them back in the game.
And shift across. Caitlin all the way across. Jade, stand still. Turnover. Okay, let's work back. JD, you in mid. Work back.
Last lady, or goal.
And release. I think it's 2 on 1. Got to release that.
Which is often spelled trouble for Springfield in this game. Great
Again. Play. Play now, lead. Good work, Johnny. Keep working, guys. Step through. One of you step through. Asher, stay.
Great ball, great transfer to the right hand side, loads of space to carry the ball into. Good high turnover from Springfield. On the charge on the counter attack straight away.
Go fly! Go fly!
Seems to still be a Springfield ball. Jody Hall jogging across to get into that, to take that free hit
Becky, watch!
on that right hand side.
Tackle, bien! Good tackle! Well done, guys!
All sorted out and defended really well by York at the end. Again, as we've been saying the entire game, I think it's very important for York to try and utilise their right
Lena wider! Lena wider!
They fashion most of their chances and opportunities from the right side attack. Good setup in the press from Springfield. Taking their time with that build up.
Good work, bien!
Goes gone out for a long corner. Just under 6 minutes to go in this one. Springfield will be looking to manage it and come away with a clean sheet at the end of this game. Again, defended really well.
Back yourself! Back yourself,
And this is that outlet we spoke about. Lots of pace from Caitlin down this right hand side.
Big and well, straight!
Megan, stay.
Play, play, Jade, play!
Megan, play Megan.
Carry, carry!
A scrappy goal scored by York.
Good fake, Asher!
Actually, we know that
Scrappy goal, but you take what you get in those scenarios. And again, like we've said all game long, attack down the right hand side. That's where your threat's going to come from. And finally, they've done it. 3-1, and like we said, we could have a crack over finish if we get another goal here.
Good channeling, Asher! Good work!
York will want to get a foothold on the ball as early as possible, keep it, and again try to use this right hand side where they've looked the most dangerous. A great lung busting run by Caitlin Callahan on the right hand side, who's done extremely well to fashion that opportunity for them.
And play, Jojo! Give it! Inside! Pull inside!
4 minutes to go. Can York get back into this one? They've pulled one back. Another one would set us up for a proper finish.
Shift! Big shift! Turnover! Ash! Now we gotta work, Mac!
Oh, great work by Springfield. Oh, just too much on that final pass.
Asher!
But the patterns of play are really great. Yeah, and as you can see on the screen there, we've got Jade Velosa, the captain of the Springfield side, who has been voted as the player of the match. She's controlled and dictated things really, really well and hardly put a foot wrong today. So yeah, congratulations to Jade. A really strong performance thus far, and then she'll be wanting to see her team over the line and make sure that they come away with a victory here.
Turnover there, turnover midfield! Tackle! Mackie, good work!
long as the ball is up in that area of the field, Springfield will be happy. Probably not too desperate to come away and score any more goals. Happy to hold on to what they have and just keep the ball and manage the game till the end. Enter the circle. On the contrary, York will be looking to get up the pitch as quickly as possible. Ooh. Nice trap from Caitlin, the captain. Minute 48 to go, and as we creep towards the end of this game, it looks like Springfield's going to walk away with the victory here. So you never want to call these too early. A minute is a very long time in a hockey game.
Back yourself, Minnie, back yourself. Play.
Another great tackle by Solani. Jade van der Venter very apologetic after that little chip.
Pace, there's a cross.
No intent in there.
It's got to go in, guys. It's got to go in.
Send it in.
Umpire not happy with where the free hit was taken from.
20 seconds. Send it in.
It's got to go.
All as well.
Hard work, Laney, hard work. No foul, Laney.
It's a great connection and a good arc from Kate Opperman. Good release. They're getting themselves out of trouble on the left-hand side and finding space down the right-hand channel. 25 seconds to go. Can Springfield fashion one last opportunity?
Everyone out, halfway. Back, please.
10 seconds to go.
10 seconds, guys.
Give it, Jade.
Keep it.
Keep working, Caitlin.
And that will be that. Congratulations to Springfield, who've run away 3-1 victors from this one against York. A valiant effort from York, who played really well in stages and were unfortunate not to have capitalized on their chances. It could have been a very different game, but once Springfield got their second and got their third, there only really seemed to be one winner. So congratulations to Springfield. Hi Jade, congratulations.
Hi, thank you.
Good to get a victory, and probably nice to get some school hockey in before the end of the year as well.
Yes.
How did you find that? How did you find that game for you?
I found it amazing. It's so nice to be out there playing tournaments again. I think that's something we definitely missed, is playing tournaments and this whole vibe. So yeah.
That's great. Yeah, you seem to control the middle of the park there and dealt with the heat quite well.
Yeah.
Did you get any special messages from your coach, and any special instructions on how to manage the game from start to finish?
He said that due to the heat and the Astro, we need to make the ball move rather than us running around. So I think that was our game plan, to rather move the ball around than run.
Cool, great, well done. Congratulations. Yeah?
Thank you so much.